The power of humility and awareness. Throughout history, wisdom has been passed down in the form of words that hold deep meaning. One such thought tells us, "The head that does not bow down before and worship the feet of the Lord of the 8 attributes will be as like the palsied senses." What does this mean? Is it just about worship? Or is there something deeper hidden within these words? Let us understand the meaning of the quote. At first glance, this may seem like a call to devotion, but there's much more to it. The head that does not bow down signifies the importance of humility and reverence. The Lord of the 8 attributes refers to higher wisdom, universal order, or the forces that govern life. Palsied senses symbolize a mind that is restless, confused, and unable to perceive truth. It is not about submission, but about recognizing that there are forces beyond our control. The act of bowing down represents letting go of pride and embracing wisdom. When we do not humble ourselves before wisdom, we become arrogant, and arrogance blinds us. The studies show that humility increases learning and adaptability, and the brain thrives when it acknowledges its limitations and remains open to new knowledge. And mindfulness and surrender reduce stress and enhance mental clarity. And when we let go of arrogance, we open the door to greater wisdom. And if we remain rigid, we stagnate, much like the palsied senses in the quote. In relationships, when we approach others with humility, we build stronger connections. And in learning, if we think we know everything, we stop growing. A humble mind always seeks improvement. And in challenges, life often presents difficulties beyond our control. Accepting them with grace leads to inner peace. And when we recognize higher wisdom, we become open to truth. When we surrender our ego, we gain true strength. And when we live with humility, we awaken from the palsied senses and see life clearly. Key message: if we lack humility and fail to recognize higher wisdom, our perception of life becomes clouded. Religious perspective. Many traditions teach the importance of surrendering our ego to something greater than ourselves. Example: imagine a river flowing naturally toward the ocean. If a rock stands in its way, the river moves around it. But if the rock resists and blocks the flow, it remains dry and lifeless. In the same way, when we resist learning and humility, we block the flow of wisdom in our lives. Scientific perspective. Science also supports this idea in various ways. Example: the brain operates on neural pathways. When we refuse to learn, our pathways become rigid, much like palsied senses. But when we are open to knowledge, we create new neural connections, keeping our minds flexible and strong. Let's understand this through a small story. There was once a proud scholar who thought he knew everything. One day he visited a wise teacher. The teacher offered him tea and kept pouring even as the cup overflowed. "Why are you still pouring?" asked the scholar. The teacher smiled and said, "No, like this cup, you are full of your own knowledge. If you do not empty yourself, how can you learn anything new?" Realizing his mistake, the scholar bowed his head in humility, and from that moment on, he truly began to learn. Moral: how can we apply this wisdom in our daily lives? Example: think of a workplace. A leader who listens and learns from employees creates a successful team. But a leader who believes they know everything creates tension and failure. The essence of this quote is simple. Bowing down is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of wisdom. So the question is, are we willing to open our minds and embrace higher wisdom? Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.